absolutely heinous laws being advanced across several states right now to target transgender children, their families, and their doctors. The Republican controlled Idaho State House passed HB 675, which would make it a felony to provide gender affirming care to teens. It's also a felony if you try to leave the state to seek health care elsewhere. Also, down in Florida, another cruel bill, dubbed the Don't Say Gay law, passed the state's legislature and will soon be signed by Governor Ron DeSantis. It prohibits teachers from even mentioning the existence of LGBTQ identities in school through third grade, potentially not allowing children to talk about their parents, teachers not allowed to talk about their spouses. Parents would also be allowed to sue teachers if they do talk about these topics. Last week in Iowa, Governor Kim Reynolds signed a law banning transgender athletes from participating on female sports teams from kindergarten through college. 11 states have passed similar laws. More than 30 states are considering legislation targeting LGBTQ youth, from blocking their access to health care, dictating which bathrooms they can use, and what sports they can play, to preventing even the discussion of who they are in school. 9 states have enacted such laws, all of these being pushed based on the lie that gender-affirming care is somehow harmful, a claim disputed by every major medical organization in the U.S. and decades of scientific research. Cornell University did an exhaustive study on this claim and found that it's total bullshit. Researchers looked at 55 studies going back to 1997 that looked into this exact issue, the well-being of individuals who have received gender-affirming care. You can go and you can read each study. In 51 of them, 93% found that gender transition improves the overall well-being of transgender people, while only 4 reported mixed findings. So there's climate change type consensus on this issue. The main findings clearly show that gender transition is effective in treating gender dysphoria and can significantly improve the well-being of transgender individuals. Also, the positive impact of gender transition on transgender well-being has grown considerably in recent years as both surgical techniques and social support have improved. And crucially, regrets following gender transition are extremely rare and have become even rarer as both surgical techniques and social support have improved. Data suggests a regret rate ranging from 0.3% to 3.8%, and they are most likely a result from a lack of social support after transition or poor surgical outcomes using older techniques. The studies also show that transgender individuals, particularly those who cannot access treatment for gender dysphoria or who encounter unsupportive social environments, are more likely than the general population to experience health challenges such as depression, anxiety, suicide, and minority stress. While medical care can mitigate these challenges, the health and well-being of transgender people can be harmed by stigmatizing and discriminatory treatment, which is exactly what these states are doing, and it will sadly lead to people dying. Some of the lawmakers pushing this garbage are true believers, modern-day theocrats who want to see society organized based on decrees from a man in the sky. We can't discount the influence of zealots in the government. But a large number of lawmakers are just cynically supporting this stuff just to drive out the base of reactionary voters when elections come around, including many voters who are having their pockets picked but don't care as long as they can lash out by discriminating against people they don't like. These monsters are in the minority, as most Americans are opposed to the legislative assaults on the LGBTQ community. But the force of reaction always seems to find a way. Solidarity with our comrades who are facing threats, their very existence. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.